I got Pro Flo problems and a fuel leak, son. Hi, welcome to Matt's Garage. It has been a while and I just haven't had anything to work on. Bronco's done, or so I thought. I've got a major problem with the EFI on this thing. Hopefully today we're gonna fix it. Is that a bird? I have, however, been having fun. I've been taking this thing out with both Gavin and Mrs. Matt's Garage separately. Haven't done a three-person trip yet, but it is working out great. Like, it pops up in no time. We've had this thing out on the coulees of Washington, camping right on the, like a 10-foot cliff over Banks Lake or whatever. It does whatever I want it to. It's amazing. Anyway, back to the Bronco. In the last video, we'd finished up the Pro Flo. I think that was the last video. Anyway, and it was running great. And it has been running great until you leave it somewhere for 15 or 20 minutes. Come back, it will not run worth anything. Chugs, backfires. I get 11 to 1 AFRs, which means it's ridiculously rich. That's like, I think it's probably worse than that, like below what the O2 sensor reads. And it just won't go anywhere. So I was out and about when this happened. I limped into a parking spot. I just tried for hours, but I ended up just leaving it. No, sorry, tried for an hour. I ended up just leaving it in the parking lot, came home, Mrs. Matt's Garage rescued me, came back and it was fine. Like 2 hours later, 3 hours later, it was fine. So something's happening when this gets heat sunk? I don't know. And I don't know what it is. I have some suspicions, so let me bring you in and show you my two theories. Theory one, the fuel enters here at this passenger fuel rail and has the loop around and then comes and deadheads here. This is exactly how the fuel system's shown in the instructions. It shows into the fuel regulator and then the return to the tank and then the other leg comes to your fuel system. Exactly how it's shown. I think that's an issue. I think what's happening is these fuel rails are sitting here getting heat soaked. The fuel is getting like boiling hot and there's no way to get it out without putting it through the engine. So one thing we're going to do today is take this cap off and basically turn this into a through system. We'll put a plug in one end of the regulator. Okay, so basically the fuel comes straight from the pump. Fuel comes straight to the fuel rail. Come in, come out, go back to the regulator and back to the tank. That's a standard system. Now, Edelbrock now sells a fuel-mounted regulator that's not adjustable, but you buy it for like whatever, the 43 PSI, and it's vacuum regulated and all that you can put on the end of this, which really cleans up the engine bay. Since I already have the regulator, I'm just gonna run it through. It's adjustable. There's no need to go buy another $100 part. The other thing that's happening is when that condition's happening, I'm getting like 150-degree air temperature, intake air temperature, which is also horrible for combustion. So I think I'm going to put a phenolic spacer under the throttle body. Like, you've seen these before, so I actually have a bunch, but I don't have an open bore one, just the I have the 4-barrel one. So I might throw this under there too, just for some added insurance. I have a third theory, which is actually that I need to reduce the air temperature with a cold air intake. That's a lot more involved than these two fixes, so we're gonna save that for if this doesn't fix it, then we'll do that thing. In order to make this easier for you guys to see, I have pulled off the distributor, just moved him over to the side. I have no idea how much fuel is going to come out of this, but it's going to be a lot. So I grab one paper towel. Or nothing. So this is an ORB fitting, an O-ring Boss fitting. I bought from Summit an adapter that goes from -6 ORB to -6 AN. I did consider flipping them, but then that crossover is super awkward in the front, so not doing that. Okay, I'd like to theoretically route it basically the same as the current fuel hose. Just going in with the pipe plug. Alright, that's good. Good and tight. So this, I need to connect, this hose down here, I need to connect to this. And I'm thinking we're gonna basically try to mimic this routing up here. Cable made, super easy, straight ends on both sides actually, so this ended up being much easier than I'd anticipated. I should note that I did change the oil this morning because it was just, the oil reeked of fuel, and I'm wondering if that's contributing to the fuel smell in my garage. Now, if I were a serious scientist, I would run it this way and see if it fixed the problem before I put a phenolic spacer on it. But I'm not a serious scientist. It's totally not hitting. Something else is hitting. Cool. All right, I took it out for a test drive. It ran great. Now it's been sitting here cooking for a good 20 minutes, which is what would cause the problem before. So let's take her out, see what she does, or see if we can even get out of my garage. I'm gonna prime it twice to get as much fuel through as I can, just to give it the best chance. Yep, this is the same thing I would do before. AFR of 10. Reeks of gas. Hey, not happening. Not happening. Man, that's really upsetting. Fuel pressure was at 42 at idle with an AFR of 11. 41.9 with an AFR of 10. Intake air temperature 131, 135. So something's wrong. Let me know if you have any ideas. Not only did I not fix the problem, I just don't understand. Like, it runs great, and then when it gets heat soaked, it runs like garbage. 10, 11 AFR, I just don't get it. I don't understand. To add insult to injury, there's a puddle in the back. It's fuel. I felt around. It's coming from the top, so I gotta drop the tank. Happy birthday, Matt. I am 48 and 1 day old, and I have pulled the tank to address the leak. You gotta address the leaks first. So I'm basically gonna hook up a power probe to the Jeep's battery, run power to the pump. I've got this loop to a carburetor pressure regulator, and this is just a leg that goes to nowhere. It's low pressure, so it doesn't matter. So this will create a pressure loop that should show me where the leak is up here. I suspect it's on the pressure side. We'll see. I'll bring you in close for that part. Okie dokie. I'm gonna hook the ground up here. And then put power to it. Okay, it's under here, but where under there? Okay, this is NPT, so what I'm gonna do is pull this off and just plug it with an NPT, put juice to it. If it still leaks, that tells me it's this side. If it doesn't leak, then I know I can work my way back. This is the one we hope is not the problem, because if it's broken at the brass, there's really nothing I can do. All right, let's just see what she does. Okay, I see no fuel. So that's good. So it's not this body. Okay, now I'm gonna put that fitting back in there. Put a lot more thread sealant on it. Okay. No fuel. Good. Perfect. Now that we fixed the leak, and I'll never know whether it was the schmutz on the NPT side or maybe the AN fitting had like a little thing in it that was preventing it from sealing, and it got fixed when I took it on and off. There's just no way to know. But it's not leaking, so I'm gonna put the tank back in and then I can focus on the Pro Flo. The tank is back in, and I'm turning my attention to the Pro Flo. The forums, so I uploaded the digital display to the forums, which are very helpful places. People are very active and I think come from a good place of trying to help, so I really appreciate them. One thing they pointed out is that when it's in that weird condition, the map sensor is reading -1 pound or whatever HG. It's not reading the 20 or 18 pounds of vacuum that it should. It's reading like -1. So the forums are like, you should get a new map sensor. But the thing is, it reads fine when the car's normal. So I'm going to contact Edelbrock on Monday, today's Sunday, and see if they'll send me a map sensor under warranty, because it's been less than a year since I bought this system. And I'll report back to you. I wanted to solve this problem today, but I have reduced the crank fuel, which is what Edelbrock recommended. But I can't, I need to get more gas because I can't go test drive it. And I don't want to drive to a gas station like away from my house. I want to stay close enough that I can limp it home if I need to. So hopefully on this next episode, you're going to see Pro Flo problem solved. But for right now, the Pro Flo problem is not solved. But we'll get there next time on Matt's Garage. Hopefully next time. You know, I'm always hoping I'll solve it on the next one and have a satisfying like fixed video. That's always my hope. They're often crushed though.